I love Latinas. Damn! Okay, wait. This is perfect, man. Oh my god. And look what she's saying. Look what she's saying, guys. What? How she? What? No. No. Why is she saying this? I love thick Latinas. See, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. See, this is the beauty of Roblox, right? Powering imagination. Like, this is what it was meant for all along. I feel like tricking people is, like, really, really fun. You know, like, even in games like Among Us. You know, there's a reason why everyone wants to be, like, the imposter role. Right? Because it's fun to, you know, like, snake your way through a bunch of, you know, people, to lie to them, and then to eventually kill all of them. And it's also a reason, I think, why my most viewed video as of, you know, today is a video about making a fake warning to scare Roblox players. Like it's a little fake kick message that like pretends that you're hacked or something. Like there's something fun about, you know, not maliciously necessarily, but just, you know, tricking people, you know, pretending, lying to people to kind of get a funny little reaction out of them. Now, of course, there are some people that take it way too far, like real scams. I hate real scams, bro. I often get calls on my phone and then like I just ignore them. Which is actually a pro tip for anyone who gets like random scam calls. Don't answer them. Don't even hang up, because when you hang up, it tells them, oh, someone is using this phone. Just let the calls play out. Don't do anything, and then they'll stop calling you. I haven't had a scam call in literally like I think 2 months or something. But it's like I would get these calls, right? And then I'd like check the voicemail, and it was like, hello, sir, we're calling about your CIBC bank account. Like, I don't have a CIBC bank account. You know, these idiots don't know that. But, you know, at the end of the day, these are scammers who try to trick you and steal your money. And obviously, that's not a good thing. However, here's what I will say. Does anyone feel like Roblox is kind of lacking in that department? Like, not necessarily scams, but I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of, like, trickery that you can do on people. Like, yeah, there are like games in like the style of Among Us on Roblox where, you know, like murder mystery, where you can kind of like, oh yeah, like I'm a killer, but I'll hide that fact. And, you know, that's obviously a thing, but that's just an archetype of a game. I feel like besides those types of games, Roblox just doesn't really have much tricking that you can do, which is obviously a good thing because it's a kid's platform and all of that. But I don't know, you know, I feel like, are we really gonna let some like overseas scammers like have all the fun, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, I got this ingenious idea of trying to trick a player in Roblox, because again, I've made a video on this before. It did really well, so clearly this is something that I think people are, you know, interested in. But also this does have a use, because like, I don't know, imagine you have like a friend in Roblox. What if there was a game that just lets you make a complete clone of them? Like, you know, maybe you just give like your friend's player ID, and then it makes a character, it gives them, you know, the name of your friend, and then you could just type another message, and then it's like a chat bubble with like whatever you typed in would appear like above your friend's head. And so, you know, I got this idea, and I'm like, damn, that's actually kind of funny, right? So I opened Studio, I opened up a script, and then I just kind of pause, and I'm like, is something like that even like possible? Like, if you get someone's user ID, am I allowed to make a version of their character? Right? Can I get a player's name from their user ID? And am I even able to like add a chat bubble above a player? You know, I got all of these questions, and I'm sitting here with my laptop just looking at this script, just thinking like maybe this isn't even possible. But then right before I go Google it, I remember seeing, like I was like on YouTube Shorts, right? I remember seeing this one game on Roblox, like some guy was playing it, where it has every single Roblox player inside of the game. So it's hard to explain, but it's like just a huge map with like a bunch of like pedestals, and it's like you have like user IDs of players, and you can see their character and their name on the pedestal. I don't remember what the game is called, and I've never like played it myself, but like I thought back to the game, and I'm like, wait a second, so that game is able to have the character and the name of every single player. So okay, clearly this is something that I'm actually able to do, right? And then I'm like, okay, but what about the chat bubble? And then while thinking of that, I also remember how some games have like NPCs that you can talk to, right? Like you can click on an NPC, and then you can like see like chat bubbles appear above them, right? So you are able to add chats to non-playable characters, right? And so that just gave me a realization that yes, this is possible, right? In theory, I should be able to easily give a user ID to summon a character, and then, you know, give the player like a way to just have the character type something, and then make it so that like you're able to have the character like say something. And so it's like, okay, now we know that it's possible, right? We know what we want to do, and you know, the only thing that's left to do is to actually write the code for it. And you know, I obviously wouldn't be a good YouTuber if I didn't use that like cliffhanger to tell you like, you know, to subscribe. Because look, bro, look, a lot of YouTubers do this dumb thing where they're like, oh, you know, YouTube is unsubscribing people. No, it's not. Like, it's a lie. No one's being unsubscribed. If you were ever like unsubscribed from someone, it's either because they blocked you personally or because their account just stopped uploading, and so YouTube just deleted their account automatically. Like, look, I'm not one of those guys, right? I'm not gonna guilt trip you or anything, but you know, if you absolutely hate me and want me to die, obviously you don't have to subscribe, right? But if you think that I'm a normal human being, fuck myself. Like, again, like, look, you don't have to subscribe, right? But that obviously means that you don't value me as a human being, you know, which, you know, you do you, of course. But yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, bro. Let's just script this thing. All right, so my first logical thought process, and look, I'll explain this in such a way because I've seen too many stupid people, right? Like, they make videos and they're like, hey guys, I'm gonna script something, and then they just explain nothing, right? Like, that doesn't help anyone. Because look, I can script, and even I sometimes see videos where people just explain nothing, and maybe like I understand what they're doing, but I don't understand why they're doing it. I don't get it. Why are you doing it this way and not this way, right? Like, what's your thinking process? And again, this is as someone who knows this stuff, right? Like, if you're someone who has never coded in Roblox Studio, you're going to be even more confused. Like, imagine you came here to see like a funny little feature, and then the entire video is just some guy being like, okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is type in this word. Like, who cares, bro? You know what I mean? Now, I am partially saying this to upkeep my viewer attention, because obviously, you know, a lot of people will hear the word script and just immediately leave the video. But like, you know, real talk, one of my strengths is actually explaining things to beginners, right? So just, I'm not one of those boring tutorial guys. But the very first thing that I thought of doing is, I think we need some sort of avatar. We need some sort of blank template where we can just have like a character. Like, you know, this is an NPC, like this isn't a character that you can play, but it's a basic template, you know, has all of the parts. It has a humanoid, and in case you don't know, a humanoid is basically how a character is made. So you have something like body depth, body height, body type, body proportion, stuff like that. Like, all of this basically makes up a character that people play as. And so right now, all we really need to do is we need to give the player a way to type in an ID, and then maybe like hit enter or something. Like, you know, type in an ID, and then there's a button that you can press. So you press the button, and then the game, you know, takes that ID, it takes this, you know, rig, and then somehow transforms it into the appropriate character. And so, you know, for that, we probably would need somewhere to actually type the ID in. And this is where user interface comes in. And user interface is like, it's one of those things which is kind of annoying to deal with, I'll be honest. So I'm not going to make this like too long, but basically this box will be where you're able to type in IDs, right? So you could say like, you know, oh yeah, this is the ID that I want to copy, and then you can press enter. And yeah, actually, we don't even need another button. Just once you press enter, then the script will run. It's going to say, okay, this is the ID, and we're going to try and turn this into a real character. And we probably need some placeholder text as well. So like, enter ID here. Yeah, there we go. So enter ID here, and then we can type whatever we want. So here's how I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to make a local script inside the user interface. And by the way, the reason it's a local script and not a script, so, you know, this is one of those cool explanations that I just bragged about, but a local script is for things that only your character can see, right? So when I play the game, this user interface will be different for everyone else. Because, for example, if I type in 500 in here or something like that, this will not show up for other players. They have their own version of this user interface, right? Like, in the same way that if I were to click this button, it would like open up the menu, it would only open it up for me because I was the one who clicked it. This would not open up the menu for other players. And that is because this is something local, right? This is something local to me only. Other players will not see anything. And so because all user interface, at least inside of a screen GUI, all of it's local, right? Which is why we have to use a local script. Hopefully that made a bit of sense. Point is, any user interface inside of a screen GUI needs to be scripted with a local script. A regular script just isn't going to work. And so what do we need to do right now is we need to find out a way when the player like types something in and then presses enter, right? And because I'm such an amazing scripter, I already know how to do this, but let me just show you, right? First of all, we need to get the actual box, and I'll do that by saying script.parent, right? So parent means what you're inside of, which sounds kind of weird, but like, you know, local script is inside of the text box, so the script's parent is going to be the text box. And then what we need to say is we need to say focus lost. Focus is effectively when you click on the text box and you're able to type something down, right? So obviously focus lost means that you either, you know, click away from the text box or you hit enter while in the text box. So that's what I'm going to say, right? Focus lost. I'm going to connect that to a function where we can actually write code, and certain events, when you connect them to a function, can actually give you pieces of data. So like, for example, right? If I say workspace.baseplate, which is like, you know, this massive part over here, all parts have this thing called .touched, right? And if I connect this to a function, this would honestly be kind of useless if we didn't know what part touched the baseplate. But what's good about this is that Roblox actually tells us the information that it gives us, right? So it calls this information other part, which is a base part. So if I were to make this function, I could then say other part, or I could actually name this whatever I want, but point is that this will be equal to the part that touched the base plate. And then I could just say print other part, like so. I'm just going to comment this out because if I don't, it's going to cause an error. But right now, if I play the game, it should print, yeah, there we go, look, handle, humanoid root part, handle. So these parts right now are touching the base plate. And again, the only way we knew that is by actually using what the connection gave us. And so when we're using focus lost, there's two different pieces of information that this thing gives us. And this one is called enter pressed, which is a Boolean, or a true or false value. So, you know, using some common sense here, I think it's only safe to assume that this will be equal true if enter was pressed. So if focus was lost because the player pressed enter, this will be true, else this is going to be false. And then I guess if enter wasn't pressed, like this gives you the input that actually caused the focus lost. But we don't care about that. Like all we care about is just whether enter was pressed. So we can just ignore this. Like we don't have to give this any value. So I'm going to call this enter pressed. Again, I could call this anything that I want, but I'll just keep it simple. And I'm going to say if enter pressed, then, or in other words, if enter pressed is true. So, okay, just to test this out, right? Let's say print, and let's print whatever is inside of the text box at the time. So we can say script.parent, again, being the text box, dot text, okay? So we'll just print whatever the text is inside of, you know, our box. So let me just see, right? Yeah, what if I just hit enter just with nothing inside of it? Okay, so it prints a line, but it prints nothing, which is good because again, we don't have anything in here. What about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? Let's try this out. Oh yeah, perfect. Now, there are definitely more things that I could code in here. Like for example, like maybe we want to check and ensure that the ID that the player typed in is an actual ID. Like maybe we want to check that because, you know, what if a player just starts using like letters and numbers, right? Because an ID only has numbers. But just for the sake of keeping this video fairly simple and understandable, I'm just gonna always assume that the ID will have numbers and will be an actual real ID. But if you're like a developer who wants to follow along with this, it would be a really good idea to actually script in security checks to ensure that the player actually typed in numbers and not just like a bunch of letters or whatever. But okay, like even with that sorted, now what? Well, what do we do? Like we have the ID, right? But how exactly do we turn this little guy into an actual player? Now, before we continue scripting anything else, it's important to note that we can't change the character via a local script. So let me just quickly tell you my thought process with this one. There is something in Roblox that's called a humanoid description. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not too sure exactly what that is, but you can think of the humanoid description as basically the appearance of a character, right? So in theory, if we could get a humanoid description from a player ID, and then we could take that description and then apply it to this rig over here, that's effectively all that we have to do. And something like that actually is possible. If we say game.players, there's a thing here called get humanoid description from user ID. So if we give it a user ID, it will return us everything equipped for the avatar of the user, specified by the past in user ID, blah, blah, blah. And so if we just get that, and then we can say workspace.rig, right? So our rig over here, .humanoid, apply description, and then we could just give it the humanoid description, which would be this. In theory, that should work. The problem, however, is that we can't actually run this code locally, right? If I play the game right now, it should give me an error. Argument 1 missing or nil. Okay, I guess let me take this line, put it over here, and then I'll just give it some random user ID, right? And if I try and run this, it should say, yeah, applied description can only be called by the backend server, which is just a bunch of fancy language for this can only be done on a regular script and not a local script. So all that we have to do is just whenever the player presses enter, we have to take this, like this thing that we assume is a valid user ID. We have to somehow give that to the server script and then have the server script run these 2 lines of code. So I'm just going to copy them over here. And that's actually a lot easier than it might seem, because Roblox has this thing called a remote event. And you can name these whatever you want. In fact, you don't even have to rename them. You could just call them remote event. I'm just going to say player ID event, like so. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say game.replicatedStorage.player ID event fire server. And then on the server script, I'm going to say game.replicatedStorage.player ID event on server event connect function, which will give us the player who fired the event. So I'll say player. And this is effectively how events are used, right? You could either send a message locally to a server, or you could send a message from the server back to a player. So in this case, we're obviously sending a message to the server. And something interesting is that we actually are able to pass in data. So instead of printing the script.parent.text, I can instead pass it the actual script.parent.text. However, we have to turn the text into actual numbers because user ID is not text, it's numbers, right? And the way we can do this is by saying toNumber and then, yeah, script.parent.text. And again, this will cause an error if it detects that this has something other than numbers. So again, ensure that you have security checks in place, but just for the sake of this video, I'm only going to use real user IDs. And because we pass this as data, we have to also include this over here, right? So we have the player by default. This is what Roblox gives us. And then any other data that we pass, so in this case, it's, the player ID, we have to make a variable for that as well. So I'll just call this PLR ID, like so. And so then we can do this, right? So here I'm going to say local desk. So for description, it's going to be, get humanoid description from user ID. So I'll give it the player ID like so. And then workspace rig humanoid apply description, which will be this description. And I believe this is actually it. So okay, just for fun, what if I just type in a random ID? Something like that. Let's see. Interesting. Wait, hold on. Okay, what if I do something like this? Damn. Okay. Yeah, so this is just someone's avatar, just in my game. Just some random guy. What if I do this? Let's see. Okay, fair enough. What if I do this? Okay. What if I do this? Okay, what if I do this? Okay, what if I do this? Damn, that's kind of a bad avatar, I'm not gonna lie. Something that I think is actually missing is that it changes their character, but it still says rig on top. And it's gonna keep saying rig as long as the name of the actual character model is rig. So I'm just wondering, is there a way for us to actually get the name of the user ID? I mean, let me see, wait, local name is equal to game players gets name? Get name from user ID, yeah. Okay, so wait, we'll give it the user ID, player ID. And then I'll just say workspace.rig.name is equal to name, which I'm now realizing is actually a small problem because if we rename the rig, it's a problem because we're saying workspace.rig. So let's say if I give it some ID and it renames this to some random guy's username, then workspace.rig will no longer exist. So we should actually make a variable for this just so we always have access to this specific rig. So I'm going to say local rig is equal to workspace, wait for child rig. Wait for child isn't too necessary, but it's just a little habit that I have. So I don't know. And so then, yeah, instead of workspace.rig, I'm just going to say rig like so. There we go. So rig.name, rig name. Awesome. So now instead of saying workspace.rig, we already have this saved as a variable. So we don't have to worry about the names being changed. So, okay, let's see, right? Let's test this out. So we have the guy, his name is Rig. Let's see, just some random user ID. Hunt John 123. Okay. C7N, okay. Kind of, weak names so far, but let's see. Hoy Zero Rico. Man, what are these avatars, bro? Come on, I expected better. Let's see. What if I do this? Inconclusive fire. Damn, what ID even is that? ID 123 million? Am I reading that right? How many accounts are there on Roblox, bro? What the hell? Okay, whatever. Let's just. What even is that, bro? Come on. Oh, okay. XX Fire XX4. Okay. Okay, damn, okay. I'm having way too much fun with this, bro. Like, we still have to make them type stuff, but like, this is actually really cool. Damn. I guess just for fun, let's actually see IDs of different players. So like, who was the 10,000th account on Roblox? Some guy named Destroy Man. Okay. What about the 1 millionth account? Too cool for you. That's fair. That's fair. What about 10 million? Let's see. 10 mil. Wait, what? Oh wait, no, wait. Wasn't there some guy who was like making a bunch of alt accounts trying to get one at 10 million? I might be completely misremembering things, but like, I think I saw a video of some guy doing exactly that. That actually would be pretty cool if this was the guy, because it says 10 million. Like, I guess let's backtrack. Let's do 1,000. Builder, okay, interesting. Let's do 100. Baltimore Clark. Oh, Baltimore Clark, okay. It confused me, bro. 10? Unknown user. Really? What if I do 1? Yep, and 1 is Roblox itself. So that's actually really interesting how 10 isn't a thing. What about 2? John Doe, Jane Doe. Okay, and it just keeps giving me errors. Okay, maybe 11, 12, 13, 14. What if I do 20? Okay, so it just doesn't have user IDs for these people. Elvis Area 51. Beautiful avatar. Yeah, I know this is kind of off topic, but this is just so cool to see, isn't it? Like, this is Roblox itself. This is the first ever account that was publicly made on Roblox. And then these other accounts, right? Like, these were clearly made just for playtesting. Ah, that is so interesting. And then before I said the ID of 157, which I believe is the Builderman ID. Let me check. Or maybe it was 156. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Builderman. The 156th account. Or I guess not exactly, because again, there's some IDs that just have no characters, but like, this is so cool. I'm having more fun with this than I think I will with having them say stuff. Like, this is way more fun. I guess let me be a Redditor real quick. Let me just see who has this ID. Rukia15. Yeah, I mean, fairly appropriate avatar for this ID. All right, and so right now, all that I think we need is just another text box. Yeah, so let me just move this like over here. But then this text box will be the actual message that we want the character to say. Yeah, so I guess this can be like enter message here, like so. And so the good thing about this is that to make someone chat something, you actually have to be on a local script. So we don't actually have to worry about the server script anymore. Yeah, so we're gonna have the same function, right? Enter pressed, all of that. But instead of actually sending a message to the server, we have to say game.text chat service display bubble. And then it's going to need a part. So the part in this case would be the head of the rig. And again, I think making a variable for this would be better. So local rig is equal to workspace, wait for child, rig. And so then I'm going to say rig.head, like so. Or maybe wait for child head. I don't know. Wait for child head. Sure, there we go. And then the actual message that we want the bubble to say is just, again, whatever is inside of the text box. So script.parent.text, like so. And I think that this should be it. So let's see, enter ID here. Let's do Builderman again. I love Latinas. Damn! Okay, wait. This is perfect, man. Oh my god. And then does it just stay here or does it go after a while? Okay, it leaves. That's crazy. I'm actually curious, wait, what if we make it say something? And then we switch, Latines, damn. What if we switch the ID? Oh, he still says it. Interesting. Damn, so yeah, in one go, you can just have a bunch of characters saying the same thing. Okay, so just for fun, let me make some Roblox drama, okay? Let me just type in some random long ID, like so. Shannon Hansen, bro, who are these people? Sherry Jones 73? Are these real people? They're probably bots. Oh wait, hold on, wrong ID. Roblox Sweet Man Lover. Man, bro, I want the normal character. Linda Savage. What is going on? Okay, that's just, I'm being trolled. I'm being trolled at this point. What the hell? Okay, finally, some, man, what is this avatar, bro? Nah. All right, yeah, at this point, I'm just spamming random IDs. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. You have YouTube. Yes, I do. Okay, so after a while of going through a bunch of dumb characters, we finally have Ariel123 girl power. All right, guys, controversy time. So okay, guys, look, I'm in the server, and I met Ariel123 girl. So this is the real character. This is the real person, right? And look what she's saying. Look what she's saying, guys. What? How she? What? No. Why is she saying this? That's a very, very mean thing to say. If anyone knows Ariel123 girl power, bro, we gotta arrest her or something. That's a very, very bad thing to say. This is so stupid, bro. I love thick Latinas. See, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. See, this is the beauty of Roblox, right? Powering imagination. Like this is what it was meant for all along. And you know, I'm actually curious about something. What is my own ID? Can I find out? Let's see. Wait, players, the original lamp, user ID. Okay. All right. So this should be my user ID. Let's see. Damn. Yeah. No, we've really gone full circle with this one. Let's see. What would I say? I mean, I should know that better than anyone, but like, subscribe and buy my course. Well, guys, I mean, he said it, you know. Anyway, wait, let's see. Wait, he's saying something else. I can see him typing. Wait, what is he saying? Course link in description. What? What is he saying? And pinned comment. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about, but maybe we should listen to him. You know, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this is come on, this is the face of a man that you just gotta listen to. But damn, this actually has so much potential. There are definitely like ways that you can improve on this. Like just for an example that I'm thinking of right now, maybe you could have like a button which like summons the character like at your current position. Like maybe you don't like where the character is over here. Maybe you want them to be like here or something. I don't know. Like obviously when we're on the base plate, it doesn't really matter because everything looks the same. But maybe like you could make like a map for the character. So it looks like you're like in an actual like real game. And then maybe like a button where like it makes the character like actually look in your direction. Because right now he's kind of just like, I don't know, staring off into the sunset. Or no, not even the sunset. What am I saying? The sun's over there. But yeah, just for fun, I'm actually curious. How's the censoring system here? Okay, we can say numbers. What if I say Discord? Can I say Discord? I can say Discord. Interesting. What if I say, oh, bad word? Oh no. Okay, wait, let's try, Alright, this thing actually has a lot more power than I initially thought. Wait a second. Okay, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just saying there are some words that I could make Builderman say right now. And I'll be honest, that level of power frightens me. You know, I was gonna make this into like a real playable game, but now I'm wondering because Roblox might just, I don't know, like I've made games before where players could type anything they wanted and then like that got me like suspended for a couple days, which was really stupid. So again, I don't know if this is just like a thing in studio, like maybe if I make this into a real game, then Roblox will actually start to like censor things. But like if it doesn't, like damn, bro, like like damn. So okay, look, here's what I'm gonna do, right? So as you can see here, we have Roblox, right? Let's see. What is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? Buy Byteblock's course. What the hell, guys? This is a real game. I've just met Roblox himself. But I mean, look at this. Like, you know what I mean? I always knew Roblox was a real one. I always knew it, bro. You know, there's a reason why my entire channel is about Roblox scripting. I mean, you know what they say, real recognizes real, or something like that. But okay, you know what? Just for fun, I will actually make this into a real game. I'm thinking I'll actually make this multiplayer as well, so you can have like a bunch of players running around with like their own like character, which definitely, you know, will require me to script this game a bit better. But like, this is actually pretty cool. Like, I thought that there might be, you know, like some little mishaps or kind of like errors that would, I don't know, make this not work as well. But honestly, like, it matches the character, it can get their name, and you can also make them say basically anything. So, you know, that's some power at your disposal. So use it wisely. Yeah, so again, I'm going to make this into an actual, like, playable game. What I'll do is I'm going to have a pinned comment, and I'm going to have the link of the game in that pinned comment. And like I said, just as every good YouTuber does, I do want to sell out real quick. Because look, like you saw before, Roblox itself told you to go buy Byteblock's course, right? I have a course, it's amazing, it's like 30 bucks or something, very cheap. You know, it's linked in the description, pinned comment, go check it out. My Instagram is also there, you know, so women, I'm just saying, you know, if you have Instagram, like I got Instagram too, so, you know, funny how the world works like that. So, you know, like that's a coincidence, right? You have Instagram, I have Instagram, you know, might as well follow me. Yeah, join the Discord, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care about the Discord. It's just kind of in shambles right now, but whatever. But yeah, honestly, do leave a comment. Like, I did have a lot of fun making this, and I do think that this has a lot of, like, actual potential. And again, like I said before, tricking people is fun. So I hope that you're already seeing interesting ways to use something like this. But yeah, you know, leave a comment, like and subscribe, share. Just do anything, bro. Do anything. Even a dislike. I don't really care. Just engage with the video so that more people can gain access to this forbidden knowledge. And yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But you know, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new. You know, go play the game. Hopefully I'll have that linked in the pinned comment. Check out the course, obviously. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And as always, we are back to basics. Thank you for watching.